Rome was a little quiet town on the shores of the Tiber River when the Latin-speaking citizens learned writing from the Etruscans. The ancient Roman Empire had lots of people that spoke all different languages. The two main languages were Latin and Greek. Latin was necessary for anyone seeking to play an important role in administration, politics, military, or law and literature. Ancient civilization made the discovery that ideas could be represented by writing it down, painted on a surface, or pressed into wet clay. They later used a mallet and chisel to write on stone and a reed pen to write on papyrus. It was very important to them that their written language was pleasing to the eye. A few hundred years later, the Romans brought their alphabet. The letters Y and Z were added to the alphabet during the early imperial period. With these two additions, the Latin alphabet was nearly identical to most Western Europe alphabets. The reason the Roman Empire was so strong was because of the empire's ability to communicate among the Holy Communion. Communication is what held the society together. The communication base wasn't like today. We have all the technology that we want. An inscription is a note created by using your hands. They would be written, carved, or chiseled onto an object. Sometimes they would use a stamp to write their names instead of doing it the hard way. The wealthy were taught their skills by a private teacher as part of their education. The less privileged had to rely on other means of learning or a friend and relative to teach them. The schooling was mostly based on the Greek system, and education was rarely free. There were no automobiles, no airplanes, no mail trucks, and certainly no internet. The good roads allowed people to deliver messages to anywhere in the empire. It was only allowed to be used by the emperor or his friends. Anyone without permission for using it would be killed. If someone wanted to send a private message, they could send it along with a trader or merchant who was going in that direction. You needed to be lucky to catch someone going where you needed. Also, this was the most dangerous way to send a private message. Along the roads, there were quite a few criminals. There was post stops about every 25 miles or so. If you were a Roman noble, you would mostly know where all of the post stops were. Each message would travel about 170 miles a day. For a large load of mail, it would be pulled by oxen. This is a picture of a letter that reveals what life as a Roman soldier was really like. This is a letter sent home about 1800 years ago from Aurelius Paulian. The back of the letter is what told the carrier where to deliver this letter to.